incline it so that it's behind your left toes. You're going to fan open. Just fan open. Now you're going to move your shoulder over your wrist for the maximum support as you lift your back leg. This is knee down Ardha Chandrasana. Some of you may wish to take your ankle or your foot and open up. And then release it. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. We'll do the other side. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel your foot onto the mat. Fan open. Lift your foot, toes pointing away. And again, your shoulder over your wrist for maximum support. If you wish, you'll take your foot and open up. Excellent. And bring it down. We're going to do this another time. We're going to try a different way. And the reason I'm doing it is because we don't have blocks. We're going to be using the chair. And it also mimics Ardha Chandrasana a little bit better than what we just did, because in the standing Ardha Chandrasana, your front of your body is a little closer to the floor. So what I'd like you to do is come down onto your forearms. Okay. Send your right fingers to your left elbow. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel, fan, lift. And now maybe you can get your leg even higher. Bring it down. So let's try that on the other side. So you're on your forearms. All right, I'll give you a minute to get into position, to get your elbows under your shoulders. Once again, we want maximum support. Left fingers to right elbow. Right leg back behind you. Swivel it. Swivel your foot. Fan. Lift. And then bring it down. Child's pose. And then you're going to make your way up to stand. Okay. So come, once you get there, yeah. You're all standing now, maybe. I know I can't hear you, so I'll just wait another minute. Another couple of breaths. So we're going to come to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Your toes are pointed straight in front of you. Your crown of your head is reaching up for the sky. Your feet are firmly planted into the earth, just like a mountain. The head reaching to the heavens and the foundation reaching into the earth. You're going to send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Do that once more, forward, up, back, and down, and let your arms fall naturally by your sides. Your shoulders are over your hips are over your ankles. You're going to bring your belly toward your spine, and when you do that, you'll feel you're getting even a little taller while you strengthen your core. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, bring them down to your heart. This time, inhale, look up at your prayer. Look up. Exhale, bring it down to your heart. We're going to start with a warrior one pose, and you'll see why when we come to our moon salutation. So come to the top of your mat. And you're going to step your right foot back. Step it as far back as you can with the sole of your foot on the mat. So I don't want you up on the ball of your foot, so flat on the mat. Your front leg is bent, your hips are squared to the front of your mat as best they can because of your back leg. And your legs are in their own lane, Your knee never comes past your ankle. So if that happens, walk your foot forward. You're going to send your arms down, pointing to the earth because the warrior was born of the earth and comes up to get ready for victory. Keep those feet planted into the mat. Those legs are straight. That leg is straight, sorry. Bring your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Yoga Mudra. Notice it gives you a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, exhale, come forward over your thigh. Inhale, exhale, perhaps you want to come all the way inside your leg, arms to the ceiling, your paw. And then let your knuckles lead you back up. Look forward, step forward. Not necessarily graceful, just as long as you get there. Okay, so let's do the other side. You're going to step back. Left foot as far back as you comfortably can. And still have the sole of your foot on the mat. Arms, I love to do it this way because this is how Warrior One came into being. Lord Shiva brought him up from the earth. Warrior One. This time, bring your hands overhead in a prayer position if it's comfortable for you, if you have your balance. Look up at your prayer. Bring it down to your heart. And then send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Inhale, exhale, come inside your leg as far as you comfortably can. And you see what I just did? You probably can't because of where you are, but to keep your hip from jutting out to the side. And then let your knuckles pull you back up as you push your feet into the mat. Release your arms, step forward. Excellent. So now, before we come to our moon salutation, we're going to practice Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So when we were on our knees, it didn't seem so bad for some of us, right? So if you have a chair, please, and if you don't, I will wait a second for you to grab one. A chair like this, a folding chair. I'm going to give everyone a minute, so let's the rest of us come to mountain pose. And breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Bring your hands, your thumbs to your heart and feel your heart beat. Let it help calm you down as you quiet your heart. Okay, so here's what we will do with the chair. So we're going to start in, to show you this pose, in Warrior Two legs. So that means your left leg is pointing away from you in that direction. Your toes are pointed away. And your knee, and once again, any weight-bearing pose, you want to protect your knee. You don't let it go past your ankle. So you can get wider. You can get wider. Okay? All right, and so your toes are pointing to the long edge of your mat, your back toes. So what I'm going to do now is begin to bring my weight over my front foot and slide my back leg forward. Bring my forearm down to the chair. So that's my support as I lift my leg. Right? And bring it down. How'd that work? I hope that worked well. We're going to do the other side now. All right. So once again, warrior 2 feet. And legs come with them. All right. And you're going to slide your back leg so that you can bring your weight over your front foot, bring your forearm down to the chair. Or Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Okay. All have that now? All right, so not to worry, because we're going to do 2 versions of a sun salutation, so that you may choose not to do that pose at all. Depends on how you're feeling today, if you want to do it, if it's something you're willing to challenge today. But with the chair, it's actually kind of cool. It's a little easier, right? Okay. Just make sure your chair doesn't slide around. That's the only thing you have to worry about. So let's get started with our moon salutation. And you're going to start by facing the long edge of your mat. So I'm already there. And you're going to step your feet far apart. Open them nice and wide so that you have this beautiful radiating, your legs are radiating down to the mat. Your toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. You're going to bring your arms up into a V shape, a 5-pointed star. And a symbol for Mother Earth, and what's important here is that the moon, in yoga, the moon is the female side of us, is our female body. And so there's a lot of female in this salutation. So now, remember that back bend that we did. Inhale, exhale to full moon. All right. Bring your hands overhead, interlace your fingers, jump or step to the center. Inhale, exhale, crescent moon. Over to your left. Inhale. Exhale, crescent moon. Inhale. Exhale, let's make a crescent with a back bend. Inhale to center. Now you're going to look up at your fingers. Inhale, and then exhale, you're going to draw the half moon. This is another variation of the half moon. And when you get your fingers between your toes, you're going to redraw that half moon. Bring it all the way back up. You're going to release your arms, and you're going to jump or step your feet apart again. This time, your feet will be at a 45-degree angle. You're going to bend your knees deeply, or as deep as you comfortably can go. Whatever works for you. Make sure you can see your feet past your knees. Bring your arms into a cactus shape. Goddess. And while we're here, let's do a little goddess. And remember, I told you before that the goddess is a symbol of the Mother Earth and the symbol of the moon. Inhale, bring your hands to center. Your left arm is in front, right overhead. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale, come back to center. You're going to swivel your feet into warrior one feet. You're going to bring your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, Yoga Mudra. You inhale, exhale, back bend, straighten your front leg. For stargazer, maybe you can see those comets traveling, those meteors, those beautiful little, whatever they are, traveling through the earth, the meteor shower. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, come forward for the quarter moon. Here's where you want to make sure your hips are not jutting out to the side. You're going to stay right here. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, release your hands, and swivel to the long edge of your mat. Feet are wide, long, forward fold. So now, in this forward fold, you are exposing the new moon. Bring your hands under your shoulders, your wrists under your shoulders. Maybe you want to heel toe your feet in a little bit, or all the way as you fly out and up and down the center line. All right, so we're going to do the other side. We're going to do it again. We always do twice, so here we go. So we'll start right here. As wide as you comfortably like. 5-pointed star. Inhale, exhale. Full moon. Jump to center. Bring your hands to center. This time, let's draw the half moon first. Exhale. Inhale. And now let's do our crescent moon, this time to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Okay, yogi's choice. You will step or hop your feet into goddess. Come down, bent knees. Right, so whichever arm you had in front last time, it was probably your right. So let's go the opposite way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more. And come back to center. You're going to swivel to the front of your mat. You're going to come to Yoga Mudra with your arms straighten your leg. For stargazer, take a look at those gorgeous stars. Bend your knees, come forward for quarter moon. Release your hands to the mat. Swivel to the long edge of your mat. Hang over to expose the new moon. Fly out and up and down the center line. All right, excellent. So this time we're going to add the half moon. I don't know if that's the side I'm going to need it on. I might need it on. I should have had 2 chairs, right? So we'll start, and instead of tracing the moon, we're going to try to do our half moon pose. And for those of you who have any trepidation about doing it, here's an alternative. You can put your forearm on the chair or your hand on the chair and just lift your leg as far as you comfortably can. You don't have to. go all the way up. Okay? So that's a possibility. All right. So let's open our legs for black-pointed star. Full moon. Crescent moon. We'll just do it once on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Center. Goddess. From goddess, we're going to swivel to the front or back of the mat, wherever your chair happens to be. Just make sure you do the other leg next time. And you're going to reach for the chair. Slide your back leg forward and come up to your Ardha Chandrasana. And bring it down, and bring it down. Okay. And you'll move to the front of the mat, hang over, to expose the full moon. I think I left out quarter moon. Oh, bad moon, did I? Anyway, we'll do it next time. Come on up, and bring your hands down. Okay. How's everybody doing? I'm going to assume you all said great. Okay, so here we go. Five-pointed star. Full moon. Jump to center. Crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Center. Step apart. Goddess. Swivel. Yeah, I forgot both of these before, right? Stargazer. That's okay. Quarter moon. And from quarter moon, and I wish I had it because it would have been easier. Okay. Step off your back foot. For Ardha Chandrasana. And then bring it down. Swivel to the long edge of your mat to expose the new moon. Bring your hands under your shoulders and fly out and up. And down the center line, walk your feet together. Excellent. I love moon salutations. So, we will come on our backs to do our cool down, but just to let you know, moon salutations are cooling salutations, unlike a sun salutation, which gets energy up. But when you add Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, it probably brings your energy up a little bit. So let's come down on our mats and come to sit. Start seated. And then you're going to send your legs straight out in front of you. I'm going to take a few breaths to wait until everyone catches up. Your legs are straight out in front of you. Your arms are reaching in front of you. Palms facing each other. Your legs are active. Those toes point to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and you're going to begin your journey down to the mat. You're going to take a count of 15 to get there. So you're going to very slowly send your back all the way down. Now, rather than have your back slap down, you don't want that under your back. If you feel you cannot make that count of 15, bring your forearms down first, and then come down the rest of the way slowly. So you're going to come all the way down onto your back. And breathe. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, just above or your knee. And you're going to bring your left knee into your chest and then reach with your right hand between your legs and wrap your left hand all around so that you can take hold of the back of your left thigh. So keep your leg bent for a moment. Use your elbow, your right elbow, to push your right knee away a little bit and flex your right foot. This is excellent for sciatica. Anyone who has sciatic trouble, this is the pose you need to do every day. Inhale, exhale, send your leg straight up to the sky and rotate your ankle, your foot on your ankle to give your ankle a little workout. And then plank flex. And then release. And you'll switch sides. So now it's your right leg coming in. You're going to take the back of your right thigh. Push your left knee away with your left elbow. Flex your left foot. And send your right leg to the sky. And rotate your foot. Go in both directions. Go flex, go flex. And then release both of your legs to the mat. If you have a blanket nearby, you want to lift your hips, put the blanket underneath your hips, underneath your sacrum in particular, okay, where it's comfortable. And then send your legs straight up to the sky for a little gentle inversion. Whenever your heart is, your head is lower than your heart, that's an inversion. And just relax. And whenever you are ready, you will bring your feet back down to the mat, remove the blanket or whatever you might have under your hips, and come to Shavasana. In Shavasana, you are flat on the mat. You can put a blanket over you. If you're cold, you can put a blanket under your head. Your legs are splayed open. Your arms are rotated so that the palms of your hand are facing the sky. Your fingers cup your hands upward towards the sky and receiving and giving gesture. Allow your head to sink into the mat. Your shoulders, your whole back body, including your backs of your arms, backs of your legs. Surrender to gravity. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the change that will lead me to who I am. Begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. And then send your arms overhead behind you, your feet away from you for a deep body stretch, big stretch. And bring your knees into your chest and roll from side to side. And then release your legs, your knees, bring your feet to the mat and roll over onto your left side, your moon side. To bring your moon inside and to expose your sun side to prepare you for the day ahead. And whenever you're ready, come up to sit. And I'd like to take the next few minutes to bring us into a short meditation. If you need at this point to leave, it's 11. If you need to go, then you will. So namaste to those who leave. To the rest of us, let's come back inside. Your eyes are closed and you will focus on your breath. Don't change your breath. Keep it to your natural breath. Allow your hands to come down to your thighs. Either palms down or up. Down is rounded gesture. Up is giving, receiving, and knowledge. Gesture of knowledge. If thoughts come to you during this meditation, it's okay. That's what your mind does. And so just acknowledge it and then say later. You just return to your breath and to the sound of my voice as I guide you through this meditation. Think of my voice as your voice. And feel yourself in your place where you're currently sitting. Feel the temperature of the room, feel everything around you. Feel the company of everyone else in this Zoom room, here as a community. Then bring your awareness outside of the room you're in. And then outside of the building you're in, and see everything around you. And bring your awareness up a little higher. Step back so that you could look down and see the whole state of Pennsylvania looking down, or wherever you happen to be, New Jersey. And look down as if you were floating. And then see the entire country. Bring your awareness to see the entire country. And next, float even higher into the stratosphere, looking down at this beautiful earth. Bring your awareness up. You're perfectly safe. You're perfectly safe wherever you travel. Nothing can harm you. As you look at this gorgeous earth from outer space, see the greens, the blues, the white floating clouds, see the bodies of water, the land mass, see this beautiful green and blue and brown and yellow planet. Look at it, how gorgeous it is. Knowing, as you look at it, how resilient it is, how it calls upon us to be resilient for it. And allow yourself to look around you and see the stars in the sky. beautiful, glittering, black, bluish black sky, deep outer space, see it. Feel the beauty of this universe. Notice the striations around you in this atmosphere. Notice what you see. What do you see in this gorgeous galaxy, in the entire universe? Looking all around you, maybe if you look to the left, you'll see Mars, or maybe it's to the right, or if you look the other opposite way, you'll see Venus. Maybe you'll see Saturn. Maybe you'll see Jupiter, the biggest planet. Feel yourself floating in this beautiful, beautiful place that we are a part of, this universe. And now turn your attention to the North Star, shining brightly, so brightly to guide you back home. And allow the radiance of that star to form a path for you back down to the earth. To the beautiful, beautiful planet on the field. To the country in which we live, the state, to our home, to our community. Come back into this room. Come back into the room. Knowing that you have taken with you the resilience that exists all around us and make it your own. So that you will be ready for our next phase, so that you will be able to call upon your patience and your resilience. And bring them both into your heart and keep them inside. Bring your chin to your chest. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, and then lift your head. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you everyone for being with me here today. Namaste.